Tell me a little bit more about the carp business that you.
The carp business, it's been, we had the market developed in the last four years, and the market for the meat goes to Israel, and the heads goes to Newfoundland for lobster bait, and the roe goes to Montreal for caviar. So now you have enough parts to sell that there's a market for carp, and it's been growing in the last 4 years. So it looks, fishermen are starting to take notice, and they're getting involved in the fishery.
How many carps a year do you fish, or?
We're looking at 500,000 pounds a year, so that's just Saint Laurent, and so far we've had a good year this spring, and we're hoping it continues for years to come.
How come there was no market before that, or?
There's no market prior to about 4 or 5 years ago. So the carp just grew in the lake, and they were plentiful, and we knew there's plenty of carp, but no market, so we couldn't harvest them until finally the market started developing, and today we're fishing them. So it's nice to see carp.
But it was something that was done in the 70s, right?
In the 70s, there was a government concerns with the amount of carp growing in our lake, and they are an invasive species. They were introduced here, so there's concerns. And in the 70s, there was a fishery that took place for one summer to see what the numbers were, and then they found out that there's plenty of carp in Lac Manitoba, and they kind of strive in our lake. It's a shallow lake, and they have fast-growing lake, and carp just love it here in Lac Manitoba. So it's a good lake.
And so now, what's the future for them, the carp?
Well, the future for fishing in Lake Manitoba looks bright. There's 2 fish plants proposed to build in the community of Saint Laurent, and they're looking at buying the carp, and they're buying it around, and also fish species around. So that's helpful to a fisherman that has to fish and bring fish in around instead of dressing fish and spending all that time dressing. Now you just bring fish in the plant. They'll buy it around. So that's a big bonus for fishermen.
So what's that plant? What are we talking about?
The plant is community development first. They are building a fish plant, and Wild North Fisheries, they're building. There's 2 plants coming into Saint Laurent. So it's good news, and for Saint Laurent, for the industry, and for economic development. We're going to create jobs. So everybody's looking forward to seeing these plants being built.
So that small plant, can you tell us a little bit more about it? Or?
It's a fairly new idea that just started. We've just found out about a month ago, and a week ago they got approval for purchasing land. So the owners will be here in a month. They want the jackfish and the carp. So that's the 2 species they're targeting. So it's for market in China. So it's a new market, we call it.